Eggplants, not just for Parmesan anymore. Hi, I'm Max and welcome to the Art of the Craft. Today we're going to be doing a baba ganoush. Stick with me, you're going to see how simple and easy it is, and you're going to have another use for eggplants. Let's get cooking. Okay, baba ganoush. At its simplest, it's just an eggplant dip. Because it's an eggplant dip, that's our main ingredient, the eggplant. There's two ways that we can prepare this eggplant. The simplest is in the microwave. You could throw it in there, cook it down for a little bit. The upside is it's very simple and quick. The downside is it's not going to give you a lot of additional flavor. The way I prefer it is if you cook it out on the grill, and I happen to have a little charcoal grill out there that we're going to throw it on and let those embers roast the eggplant. That's going to give you a nice smoky flavor in addition to the eggplant and the tahini and the garlic and everything. So, either way you decide to do is perfectly fine. Remember, you have to pierce the outside of it because you don't want an exploded eggplant in your microwave or out on your grill. So let's go ahead. There's no right way of doing this. Just pierce it around a couple times. You can see this is haphazard at best. Step 2, let's go grill. I like to grill these over a charcoal. If you've got a grill going, great. I actually am a kind of a nerd, so I've built a small little grill here. It's a concrete block on the bottom, and then it's surrounded by a few bricks. So I've just lit a charcoal chimney here, let it get nice and hot. We're gonna dump it in. There you go. And then you literally just stick the eggplant on top. There's no right or wrong way to do it. That heat is going to kind of cook them. As they get cooked, you're going to want to check every 15 minutes or so and come out and turn them. Not much more than that. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes, so let's turn over the eggplants and see what we've got. There you go. Oh, look, see how this is starting to wilt right here? Even though it may look burned and may not look like what you want to eat right now, we're going to scoop out the insides. So that charred soft is exactly what we want. See? Right there. So let's turn them over again and we'll come back in another 15 minutes. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. I've been checking and slowly turning these every 10 or 15 minutes or so. And I want you to take a look down in here. You're going to see that this looks really charred, but it's incredibly soft. And that's really what we're going for. So at this point, we're going to take them off the grill. I'm going to cover tightly with tin foil for about 15 minutes, let them steam and then cool off, and then we're going to go ahead and start the rest of the baba ganoush. We've let the food cool for a little bit. Now what's happening underneath the foil is the steam from the cooked eggplant is softening the skin, and it's going to make it easier for you to remove the meat of the eggplant from the skin. So let's go ahead and move this off. And as I said, they're going to look charred, they're going to look really well cooked, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and cut these open. It should be nice and soft inside, just like you see here. All of that meat is what we're going to go for. So we're going to open it up and you're going to see inside, yeah, that's that nice soft meat that we've been looking for. And I can already smell it. I wish you guys could. That's that great char smoke. So the best way is just to slowly pull off the skin, and you want to throw it away. I've got a spoon here, and we can actually start scooping out all of this beautiful meat. I will tell you, my recommendation is that you strain as much of the water out. You can do that with paper towels. You can do that in a salad spinner. I've seen it done. I'm just going to use a strainer here and push it through the strainer and get as much of that water out as possible. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it tends to make a soupy baba ganoush, and you want something that's really creamy, really full of flavor. And as much of that water as you can get out, that's going to help that process along. So yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You're going to tear up the outside skins, but that's what we expected. It's okay if you get a little piece or two of the skin. That's not going to hurt anybody. So let's take that. We'll move this over. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to see if you can get as much of that liquid out as possible. Just squeeze it to the side here, and you're slowly squishing out as much of the juice as you can. Yeah, see, look at all that water that would have been in there otherwise. So this is going to definitely help us. So we'll just dump that out here. Go ahead and put them meats back in. All that good stuff you want. All right, I have here some roasted garlic that I made earlier in the week and some raw garlic. I've gone ahead and minced that together, so it's 2 cloves of roasted garlic and 1 clove of fresh garlic. Just crush it up and get it in there. Make sure that it's minced really well at this point, because you're just going to be whipping together the eggplant, so you don't want chunks of garlic in there. I've got a little lemon here, so let's just go ahead and use half of a lemon to start with. Just strain it through your hands. There's nothing fancy about it at this point. Great. Now the next thing is tahini, and I think I have got just enough for us. We're looking for about a tablespoon of tahini, which is right here. Perfect. That'll go in as well. The tahini is a wonderful sesame paste that is going to add this like smoky, earthy flavor that's really going to complement the eggplant. And then the last thing we need is a little bit of salt. There you go. Okay. So, nothing to this. You're just literally mixing it together. Now, you're probably looking at it and saying, that's not the stuff I'm used to. No, it's not. We haven't yet added the olive oil. And the olive oil is going to be a blending agent or an emulsifier that gets added to this. But you can already see right here, it's starting to lighten up a lot. That tahini and eggplant are starting to mix together. Want to get it good and mixed. Okay, now we're going to start drizzling in some olive oil. We'll start with a tablespoon of olive oil. Mix that in. Probably going to do 3 tablespoons total, but you want to do it just a little bit at a time. There you go. Let's do a little bit more here. There you have it. Beautiful charcoal roasted baba ganoush. Enjoy! Okay, now we're going to remove the foil. No, but the idea is that you're going to remove a lot of water. That's dumb.